Hello students, in this semester we are going to study the concept that is under taxation is GST. Most of us we have already know the abbreviation of GST maybe. GST is known as goods and service tax, goods and services tax. Now before coming to the exact concept of this GST, we should know what is this GST, what is tax, all those things we should know. Already we have studied some of the concepts related to tax, that is related to direct tax concepts in the previous semester. In this semester we are going to study the concepts which are related to indirect taxation. So first of all we'll go to the first slide and we'll understand the concept. So now when it comes to tax, there are two types of taxes. One is, so under taxes there are direct taxes and indirect taxes. Already we have studied the concept of direct tax in previous semesters. So from last 3 semesters we are studying these concepts of taxes. In the first semester, in the sense third semester, business taxation 1 subject there was, and in that semester we have studied about different sources of incomes. So how, based on those incomes, how taxes will be levied, what are the different sources of income. You maybe remember this, like house property, salary, income from business and profession, income from other source, capital gain. So all these different types of sources of income we have studied. And in the previous semester, in the sense in the final year, 5th semester, we have studied about different direct taxes. Direct taxes may be related, it may be related to business, or it may be related to company, it may be cooperative society, partnership. All those concepts we have studied. Firm, all those issues we have studied. And here in this semester we are going to study about the concept of indirect taxes. Now direct taxes and indirect taxes, difference between these two things is, direct taxes, it may be on income, normally it will be considered on our income. So based on your income, tax will be levied, correct? Now it may be different, it may be different types of incomes. It may be income from salary, house property, all those things we have studied. That is for an individual person. At the same time, it may be income which may be received by company, partnership, all those people we have studied. So in the different way these taxations will be considered. So that is about direct taxes, what we have already studied. Now when it comes to indirect taxes, the main difference between direct taxes and indirect taxes is, in case of our direct taxes, we know what is the amount of income, we are paying. It is known to the person. It is known to the person what amount of income you are paying. You know that amount, because one income you will get, on that income you will pay the tax. So that's why it is called as direct tax. Whereas when it comes to indirect taxes, you don't know what is the amount of tax you will pay, because it is inclusive in your price, it is inclusive in your amount. It is since it is inclusive, you don't know what is the amount of money you are what is the amount of money you will pay as a tax. We don't know. Like for example, you go to the shop, you will purchase some item, he won't tell you this is the amount of it is the cost of the product, this is the amount of tax. He won't tell that. So directly he will tell MRP is 500 rupees. So in that 500 rupees there may be 10% tax. 10% tax andre 50 rupees tax already include agide. So in case of indirect taxes, it is inclusive, of tax, whereas in case of direct taxes it is not inclusive in the price of the product. Now When it comes to direct taxes, already we have seen various types of things. When it comes to indirect taxes, mainly we are going to study about one concept, that is GST. Other than GST, there are many other concepts also. Other types of taxes are there, maybe customs duty, yeah, customs duty, and many other things are there like that. Now earlier there were various different types of taxes, yeah, some are levied by the state, some were levied by the central, like that various types of taxes were there. But now all these things are subsumed by one particular tax, that is GST, goods and service tax. So now goods and service tax is one of the concept under which all different types of taxes are subsumed. Like there were CST was there, then there was sales tax was there, VAT was there. So all taxes were subsumed under one particular tax regime. That's what I can call it as goods and service tax. Goods and service tax is a concept now we are going to consider. So on all taxes, all different types of taxes, it will be considered. Oh yes, all different taxes it will be considered. Everything is subsumed. Now we'll see the meaning of this particular goods and service tax. We'll see here it says indirect tax is levied on manufacture, sales and consumption of goods as well as services. So it will be levied on what? Manufacturing, sale and consumption of goods and service. So not only goods but also services also will come under this thing. And one more thing is, it is a centralized tax. In the national level it will be levied. So that is, these are some of the concepts which you have to remember. So goods and service tax, that means GST, is an indirect tax. So indirect tax, it is not a direct tax. So it is an indirect tax levied on what? On manufacture, so levied on manufacture as well as sales and consumption of the goods. So it is an indirect tax levied on manufacturing, sales and consumption of the goods. So not only goods and services. So that's why it is called as GST, goods and services tax. And one more thing is, it is done on national level. This is the one more concept what we should know. It is levied on national level. So these are the issues we should know as a basic thing. And what is the main thing, why it is levied? It's a main objective of this particular thing to consolidate what? Indirect taxes into single tax. All indirect taxes into a single tax. So different taxes may be there. So what they are doing, it will consolidate all indirect taxes, and what they will do, they will levy one single tax. So as I told earlier, there were various taxes. So all those taxes are removed now, and one single tax is GST. So that is what is to be considered, and we should know. So different this is the main objective. They want to remove all cascading effects. Now for example, earlier ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ, like for example, you are manufacturing Karnataka, you will pay the tax. From Karnataka you are selling it to Maharashtra, there you will pay tax. From Maharashtra you will process it, again you will pay tax. So this was a concept earlier. Now for everything we have one single tax, and that is our goods and service tax. Only goods and service tax is considered. So that is the GST, which is a concept we are going to study here. GST, goods and service tax. So that is a brief introduction for our concept, that is GST. So we'll see to the features of GST from here on. Yes, we will see to the next concept, the features of GST. These are the features of GST: dual structure model, uniform rates of tax, application of IGST, destination based tax, invoice credit method, CGST payment, There's a network set off you can do, that is ITC, input tax credit. For exports, what we are doing, how you will maintain the records, administration, how it will be administered, what is GST council, then how registration is done. So all these concepts we are going to study under the features of GST.